character of a wine depends on the grapes from which it is made. The quality of those grapes, in turn, depends on the soil and mesoclimates where they are grown. The French have a name for this mysterious relationship between a region and its wines: terroir.
So how I look at terroir is a wine is unique from its very place. So Washington wines definitely have that sense of terroir. These wines, the way they are, the color, the aromas, that vibrancy of fruit cannot be found anywhere else in the world.
The soils of the Washington wine country have no equivalent in the entire world.
Washington has this beautiful color due to those anthocyanins. It's got that vibrancy of fruit and that dense, compact tannins and structures that give our wines this backbone and that streak of minerality.
You better take advantage of today.
The composition of the fruit becomes more complex when the vines are grown in well-drained soils and get scant water. Many parts of Washington, east and west, meet these basic requirements, but beyond that, the ways in which these areas diverge tell us much about the types of wine that they are capable of producing. It is this variety in growing conditions that makes the story of Washington wine country so exciting. The incredible story of Washington State terroir began some 20,000 years ago, near the end of Earth's last great ice age, with a series of cataclysmic events. The largest known floods in Earth's history unleashed violent forces of water, creating the rugged beauty of Washington State.
This area of boulders, hundreds and hundreds of tons of boulders, is perhaps 200 feet across, and so the
icebergs and mountains and open spaces. It's not like any other wine region I've ever seen in the world. It's truly, truly unique.
Winds that scour through this area, particularly in the spring and fall, have picked up huge quantities of the glacial outburst flood sand and silt.
And we have our world-class wine grape industry here in the state because of the Ice Age events, the floods, and then the winds.
I would encourage everybody to come to experience Washington wine country. The blue skies, the beautiful vistas, the absolutely marvelous people that you can meet, and of course the great wines. In Washington, it's the warm days, it's the cool nights, it's the northern latitudes, it's the soil types.
Which, acid's one of the things in Washington State that we have, and it's fruit and acid is a great combination.
The wine almost makes itself, and it's my job not to screw it up.
I'm really impressed with this clone though, because I don't see this with anything else I have out here right now. I don't see anything.
The stones actually add character to the wine because the stones heat up in the daytime.
It's best for the long-term health of the vineyard, and plus just cut absolutely no corners in the vineyard when it comes to viticulture.
The cold air settles, and so this is the vineyard that's always the hardest hit in the cold. Unfortunately, it also is a vineyard that adds a lot of muscle to our wine.
Washington is one of the most open wine areas around that you can visit. You can actually go out into the vineyards, stomp around, take the grapes right off the vine and taste them, go into the wineries, talk with the winemakers. They love to talk with you. So with Washington wines, get behind the label. Go out there, be part of the Washington adventure and the whole wine adventure. Wine is all about trying new things and above all, enjoy yourself.